Chat, you're gonna be stuck in the lobby for one more song because I accidentally deleted my tier list. Wait, 1 second. 1 second. I'm finishing the list. I'm finishing the list. Okay. I don't. I'm failing at spelling it. Wait, hold up, chat. Hold up 1 second. 1 second. Going back to the waiting room. I have the wrong model, chat. That's awkward. That's really awkward. Okay. I got it now. I got it now, chat. I got it now. I'm back. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Nice to see y'all on this fine day. Gotta let everybody, come on in. Hello, Zario. Hello. I'm up to streaming, and not just streaming today. We are going to be making a tier list. And look, I've always thought that tier lists, nobody's really taken them to the right kind of extreme we need them to be at, because people will do tier lists for characters in games. They'll do tier lists for like burgers or something. But I think the most important thing to tier is federal crimes. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I'm just finishing my list, Tat. I'm finishing my list. I'm on to the T's, and now I'm on the V's. Vandalism, yeah. Wire fraud, yeah. Woohoo! Okay, I got the tier list. I got my tier list. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I'm ready. Hello, beautiful. Okay, welcome, Lord Peace. Welcome. Yeah. So. Today we are making tier list. I've got a few laws that we're gonna. Well, they're like felonies. So chat, I just need to I need to establish something first. So chat, not all of us might live in the United States, or some of us might not live in a place that handles laws this way. Headbats, thank you. So the important thing here is, chat, there are two kinds of laws in the United States. There are federal laws, and then there are wait, hold up. Sorry. Okay, not in terms of laws, but there are kinds of bad things you can do. There are federal, and then there are misdemeanors. Misdemeanors, you're not gonna go to jail for them sometimes. They're like lighter things that you can do, and you get lighter punishments for them. But then federal laws, you're gonna jail, buddy. So today we have a collection of a bunch of the federal laws that California has, chat. So if you do any of these, you're going to jail for the rest of your life. And isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? I think it's wonderful. So we're gonna rank them by not by severity or anything. No. We're gonna rank them about how interesting they are. And this is one of those lists that might get some questions from might get some questioning here, but federal tier list in California. Yep. It's like stuff like murder, arson, all that kind of stuff. I don't have every single federal crime you can commit on this list because well, frankly put, I accidentally deleted my first tier list. It had images, and I had to make a tier list within 2 minutes of stream starting. So instead we have what I have here. So let's get started! Yay! I'll also provide brief explanations of what things mean. So we've got our list, chat. I need to enable my BGM. Bang! Yeah. We've got the list. It's a good list. I like this list. Very nice. And it's called My Fraud, created by me. We got the S tier, the A tier, the B tier, the C tier, and the D tier. Now, what are all these tiers gonna mean? S tier is gonna be, this is the most interesting crime you can commit in the world. By the way, I'm not encouraging anybody to commit crime. I'm just saying, if you did commit crimes, I'm ranking them on how interesting they'd be. A tier is like, yeah, you committed the crime. It's pretty interesting, but not super interesting to the point where I will be super interested in the crime. There's B, which is just kind of average. There's C, which is it's kind of bland, and then D, as in, why would you do this? Why? Why would you do this? And we shall start with abusive sexual contact. Now, chat, I just need to say, it's kind of cringe. A lot of these are kind of cringe to do. This bad boy is cringe. To the C, to the R, to the INGE, cringe. Yaha. So we're gonna put it into D tier. It's just D tier, chat. It's just D tier. Okay, next. Advocating overthrow government. Now, this one's kind of interesting. I just have to say. Of course, first thing, how to crime. Well, everything's a crime here. Advocating for overthrow government, chat. I think that's a solid A. I know for some people that might be an S, but because it's not actually overthrowing the government, it's only advocating for it. This is stuff like picketing or protesting, for instance, in front of the Capitol or something of, I don't want this person in our office, even if they are. That's stuff like advocating overthrow government, or just trying to overthrow the government. The important thing here, chat, is it says advocating, and that's why it's an A tier, because advocating and doing are two very different things. Advocating is support, doing is a coup d'etat. Aggravated assault/battery. Now this one's an interesting one. This one is basically when you whack somebody, really hard, and then they go to the police and say they whacked me really hard. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. But it's also kind of interesting at the same time. You could whack your friends, and they could go to the police, and you'd be sent to jail. I think it's just kind of a B tier. It depends on the situation. It's a very wishy-washy crime, you know? Actually, let's start... No. Aggravated identity theft. Identity theft is very interesting, chat. I think my big problem with identity theft is the amount of VPNs you get promoted online on, YouTuber stuff. You know, whenever you're watching, you're just chilling watching YouTube, it comes up with an ad, it's for a VPN, and it's protect yourself and your credit cards and your identity. It just kind of ruins identity theft for me. I've got to say, identity theft as a concept, that's interesting. You steal somebody's passport, you steal their identity, you steal their credit cards. Now that's wild. You steal their social security number? That's really wild. But, in practice, it's really boring. The people who steal identities, sometimes they don't even use them. They just resell them. What kind of fucking loser are you to do that? At least, make good use of them or something. Honestly. You see a lot of NordVPN ads? Yeah, I do too. They are the bane of my existence. Okay, aggravated sexual abuse. Again, why would you do this? I don't understand why you would do this. It's basically, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody and you're doing things that they don't want and they don't give you permission for, but you do it anyway because you're a prick. Bro, if you could get into a relationship with them, then you might as well be respectful of their choices, huh? Exactly. Okay, the next one. Aiming a laser point at an aircraft. This is an easy S tier. Our first S tier. I find it hilarious. I find it hilarious to point a laser pointer at an aircraft to just try to down it. Okay, don't do it. But if you were to commit any crime, this is one of the funnier ones. What landed you in jail? I took my cat toy out and aimed it at an airplane and accidentally, caused a terrorist attack. How can you do that? Welcome, Tim. Yeah. We're on aiming a laser point at an aircraft. Look, chat, the plane is not a cat. Don't aim a laser point at it. Nothing good will happen other than you probably facing jail time if you're caught. Yaha. Okay, airplane hijacking. Ooh, another one. Okay, airplane hijacking is also in the S tier, chat. I just need to say, airplane hijacking, it's even funnier, okay? Airplane hijacking is to the point where you learned how to fly an airplane. You learned how to fly that specific airplane, chat, because there are different kinds of airplanes. You've got the Boeings, you've got the Airbuses, and they all have different controls based on what type of plane they are. And guess what? You learned how to fly it, and you just fucking hijacked it. Isn't that baller? You gotta give people credit. When they hijack airplanes, they put in a lot of effort. okay, arson, stuff like arson, you know, you're just tossing a match at a house, you know, like watching it go into flames. You just buy gasoline, right? You do the most half-assed effort in the world, but airplane hijacking, you spend your time learning how to fly an airplane for like multiple years. And then you pick out the specific airplane you know how to fly to hijack it. That is just an impressive feat in and of itself. I think it even goes in front of aiming a laser point, chat. It's just interesting because the effort, man. Okay, next, anti-racketeering. This goes down into the bottom. This is involved with all the other, how do I put it? It's an all-encompassing kind of crime. It would be combined with certain crimes in this list. I don't quite remember which ones. I'm pretty sure it's related to money and doing illegal things with money. Yaha. And you know, being a business and doing illegal things as a business. Yaha. It's not a very specific term, so it kind of just goes into D tier because of how all-encompassing it is. Because chat, in this list, we like things that are very ultra-specific, right? Ultra-specific is fantastic. Also, why the person need a plane for? People use planes to escape the country that they're you know, supposed to be taken to prison in. Plenty of reasons why somebody would hijack an airplane. Yaha. Okay, next. Antitrust. This is, I'm pretty sure this is involving with banks and not paying back debts in the proper way. Like, not paying your debts. This is kind of a C. It's kind of mid. Like, it's kind of interesting if you just don't pay any debt whatsoever, even though you took a loan from a bank. You know, it's kind of funny, but you're just more fucking yourself over for no reason. That's what I think. Oh, armed robbery. I love armed robbery, chat. Armed robbery has so many skits online. It's I would say it's probably a B tier. Armed robbery is probably a B tier. It's bad. I wouldn't necessarily say the actual action is interesting or funny in any way, but I do think that the skits online of like comedy skits that involved armed robbery are funny because people can make really funny situations out of it. But the actual thing is it's just kind of mid. Like, it's not interesting, chat. I'm not gonna watch on, like, the police news about an armed robbery and go, damn, really? I just go, yep, just another day, another crime. Are you sure you're not high doing this? Chat, it's like 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. Why would I be high? I just love crime, chat. I love knowing about crime. It's so fantastic. I've never committed a crime, though. I am a law-abiding citizen, but I do like hearing about crimes, chat. You know, back in California, I don't know if you guys know, but we have this kind of cultural phenomenon in SoCal, in which we watch car chases for fun. We just watch a bunch of car chases. You probably wouldn't understand unless you're Californian, specifically from the areas around LA. But we watch a lot of car chases, chat. It's the most exhilarating thing ever. Watching somebody, like, go 80 miles per hour on the highway. It's cool. It's interesting. They can also love armed robbery food. Okay, arson. Arson's a weird one because arson is really funny, but arson's also kind of generic. You know? What's up, dude? Welcome, Air. Welcome. Yeah! We're just doing a tier list. Yippee! Arson's... How do I put it? It's funny, but so many people mention arson that it kind of gets stale. So I would put it into S, but I think it's an A tier. because of just how overused arson. Actually, we're going into B tier. It is overused, chat. It is overused. We're gonna put it at the front of B tier, but it is quite overused. Low effort, big damage. Welcome to it. Yeah. Felony malicious wounding. That's what I went to prison for, but it was a state crime. I see. Look, arson might be low effort, big damage, but the amount of people who commit arson just make it kind of boring. And, okay, I'll put it in A tier. Just to be nice to arson, because, in effect, arson is one of the best crimes, because, you know, you can commit arson, and it's one of those crimes that people have a hard time tracing it back to you. You know? It's kind of hard to have a trace back to you, especially if you've just been storing gasoline for like 10 years. How are people gonna know that it's your gasoline? They aren't going to. Exactly. You know, like a single match, it just burns things. The only thing that can stop you is a security camera. Yaha. Okay, next. Assassination. Oh, this is the poor man's second-degree murder, chat. This is the poor man's second-degree murder. Assassination is what happens when you're too much of a fucking coward to commit second-degree murder. So, in effect, I think assassination can sometimes, you know, people sometimes do some politically charged assassinations, and that's no good, chat. That's no good. Look. If you're going to kill somebody, and I'm not endorsing killing somebody, chat, but I think that if you're going to kill somebody, you better have the fucking balls to do it yourself. You know what I mean? Look, Hitman's a cool game. Assassination Classroom is a cool anime. And in like stories, assassination is interesting, normally because you have a character who's conflicted about killing somebody. But in reality, it's really lame, chat. I think it's a C. I think it's a C. Because, as I said, you just gotta have the fucking balls to do it yourself. You know, you shouldn't be contracting somebody else to do it. Learn how to man a sniper rifle yourself, you prick! Learn how to do it yourself instead of contracting other people to do it. Huh! Yeah. Assault with a deadly weapon. Okay, this one's like killing somebody with a knife. Well, not killing somebody, because then that would be homicide. This could be paired with killing somebody, in which you assaulted them with a deadly weapon, and then you killed them. But just on its own, it's probably maiming, lightly maiming somebody with you know, our classics are, you know, like knives and guns. But you could go a bit more extreme, like a crowbar. You could even kill somebody with a shoe, probably. I think it's a solid B tier. Like, thinking about it, it would kind of be cooler to punch somebody. Like punching somebody would be more interesting than assaulting somebody with a weapon, because you're kind of a coward. It's like bringing in a gun to a knife fight, right? Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Just bring a knife. Again, chat. No respect to the bro code. No respect to the bro code. Murder for hire and assassination aren't the same thing. Fair point. There can be an assassination where somebody just does it in secret. I still think that somebody should have the balls to do it out in the open, though. If you're that committed to murdering somebody, you should also be ruining your own life as well. Assassination is the coward's way out. Yaha. Okay, assault or killing a federal officer. Yeah, this one's kind of lame. Why would you? We all know that this one would not be in the vein of it would not be in the vein of, you know, like just the classic murder. This would be in the vein of, oh, somebody was trying to stop you from doing something and then you did the murder. And I think that's kind of lame, chat. I think that's kind of lame. I think attacking law enforcement, like physically, and trying to maim them, not the best idea. It's not going to be interesting. it's just not interesting. Assisting or instigating escape. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think this goes into the A tier. Probably behind arson. It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. Assisting or instigating escape would be like getting a prisoner out of jail, for instance. And that is quite interesting, chat. Breaking people out? Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so thrilling. Okay, next. Attempt to commit murder manslaughter. Now, see, the most important part of this wording is attempt. See, I gotta give it to them. They've got the balls. You know what? We're giving it an S. Look. The thing is, you attempted. You didn't succeed. So, you get the best of both worlds. Somebody's not dead, and you get a cool headline in the news. Wow! And the person who tried to do it is in jail. Wow! I support this. I support it being an S. I don't support it happening, but I support it being an S. Yaha. I think it's the best of both worlds. Don't you agree, chat? Don't you agree? It's the best. It's the bestest. Let's talk about pirating first. You want to talk about no. Pirating's on the list, but it's I think it's a bit later into the list. Yaha. I do have pirating, right? Yep, pirating is right there. Yeah. Bank burglary. Okay, bank burglary. This one's a bit more. It's kind of one of those all-encompassing of there are like subdivisions of bank burglary. Like you would probably have aggravated assault / battery as part of it. You would probably have arms robbery as part of the charge. It wouldn't just be bank burglary, which is certainly a tongue twister. So I think we're gonna throw it into the lowest tier, the D tier. Worst crime, not subscribing to K. True, chat, Thundercock. True. Welcome. And I agree. Most bank robbers are unarmed. Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're robbing a bank, you better have more crimes listed, and it's just something that's like gonna be in the background of other things, unless you just robbed a bank just with your bare hands. Like you would even still have trespassing as one of your charges. It's so boring. I'd rather hear about the more interesting bank robberies than, oh, somebody just robbed a bank. How unfortunate. You sound like you did all these before. I've never committed a crime in my life, chat. Like, actually. I've never stolen. I've never done any of this. Nuh-uh. Bankruptcy, fraud / embezzlement. Okay, so this one, you guys might not know what this is. This is basically when somebody pretends to have went bankrupt. And obviously, we all know what embezzlement is. Embezzlement is just one of those crimes. A lot of people who I shall not name do commit embezzlement. Normally insanely rich people do like embezzlement. Embezzlement is one of those just good crimes, you know? I think this goes into I think it goes into C because I hate the rich. No, actually, yeah, no, C. If you're committing bankruptcy, fraud / embezzlement, you're fucking with people just for the purpose of staying rich, and yeah, screw you. Stealing money at the company. This is not going to be somebody who works at a company committing these kinds of crimes. The bankruptcy fraud would be the company declaring bankruptcy, except they're lying and they're just trying to screw over everybody without without actually being broke. Yaha. Spent close to 6 years incarcerated. I recommend against it. Yeah, being incarcerated, try to avoid it. Is it a crime to steal VTubers' used underwear? Asking for a friend? It is, and it will get you swiftly sent into jail. Yaha. feel like sliding a note across the desk and getting money is a slick crime. That's kind of interesting, I guess, but you gotta do more, you know? You gotta do more. Damage to religious property. This is one of them. This is a crime of all time. It's kind of like I've never actually seen somebody commit this crime on the news or in person or ever really hear about somebody commit this crime. So I think it's in D tier just because of how little it happens. Like if I saw it on the news, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Delivery to consignee. Wait, what does this mean? Hold up, chat. Hold up. I gotta look up what this one means. Wait, hold up. I do not know. Consignee is a person or company to whom goods is to be delivered to. Stakeholders. Why is this a federal crime? Why? I think this is failure to deliver to consignee. I think that makes yep. We're F tiers. We don't have an F tier, and my apologies for that. We're just gonna put this into the D tier because I'm not quite exactly sure how this constitutes as a federal crime. I'm assuming it's saying that that not doing it is the federal crime, but that's still pretty lame. That's it's just kind of lame. Demands against the U.S. Oh, this one's a good one. This one's an interesting one. These ones always come, chat. These ones always come with a spike of interesting flavor to them. When they come into the news, you know more crimes are gonna be committed, chat. You know there's gonna be more. It's not the end of it. It's like foreshadowing, chat. I love it. It's so intense. It's so thrilling, chat. It's so thrilling. Cheating on someone, I know it's probably not there, but you're paying. I don't think cheating on somebody is ever a good choice, and I think if you don't like somebody you're in a relationship with, you should probably break up before you enter into another relationship. I think that experiencing a thrill from it is probably worrying for you as a person, and yeah. Unless you're into that thing where, oh, I'm asking the tier. Oh, it would be D tier. It's not interesting, but it's not a federal crime. So, destruction of aircraft or motor vehicles used in foreign commerce. Ooh, I like this one. This is overly specific. It's wild. It's is criticizing McDonald's a crime against the U.S.? No, it is not. I'm not even quite sure if McDonald's is the U.S.'s favorite burger at this point. I don't even know what burgers they eat in the most in the U.S. McDonald's is overpriced though, chat. McDonald's is overpriced. I just need to say, like, okay, I'm not spending $5 on a burger. No fucking way. No fucking way in hell am I spending $5 on a burger. Okay. This crime is basically, chat. So if a foreign airplane is coming in, right, or it's going out for imports or exports between foreign countries or involving other foreign money shit, this is what would happen if you intentionally destroyed said airplane or motor vehicle like a train. But I think it's interesting. I think it's an A tier. I think it's an A tier, chat. Your face is a federal crime. Their burgers suck. Yeah. I like In-N-Out and Sonic burgers the most. Yaha. Okay, I just think it's interesting. I just think it's neat. You know? I think it's an interesting crime. In-N-Out Burger is approved by Gordon Ramsay, so I think that's the good one. Yeah, In-N-Out's really good, but it's not anywhere other than California. And whenever you go to In-N-Out Burger in California, it's like there's like very, very long lines, like extremely long lines. It's so sad. It's so sad. I wonder if the FBI is watching this right now. I'm sure the FBI would agree with me. I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would. Destruction of an energy facility. I think this might be on like the level of Chernobyl, and that would be quite unfortunate for everybody involved. So I'm putting it into the S tier just because of how interesting it would be if that actually did happen, chat. Because the problems that would arise from the destruction of an energy facility would be untantamount to anything we had seen before. And that is wild, chat. Something interesting happens there. So it's interesting by the interesting point. In-N-Out is fine. Cookout is the best regional chain. I've never been to Cookout. Maybe I'll try it. Can we get a ranking British crimes tier list at some point? Perhaps we will. If you guys really enjoy the crime tier list, we can do another. Destruction of property to prevent seizure. This one's also good. I like this one. It's not quite on the level of S tier, but it's a good A tier. It is a good A tier. I think there's some slight cowardice involved with intentionally destroying evidence. But I think it's also really interesting because it leaves a lot of crime cases that were old unsolved. And that's wild. I love it. All right, I'm at work. I want to pop in and say hi. Have a good stream. Thank you for stopping by here. Yeah. I think it's interesting. We should watch crime interrogation videos. We should. I'll think about that as future. I think overall it's interesting though, just because of the amount of you guys know all those like true crime documentaries of and they'll remain unsolved, like BuzzFeed Unsolved. I think this kind of thing is one of the main things that leaves a lot of cases unsolved. Actually, we're gonna put it in S tier because of that. Just because of how much interesting content it has given us in the past years, just by screwing over like a bunch of crimes and their solutions. License and registration, please, sir. Me being a silly goose and reaching for the officer's pistol. Destruction of records in federal investigations and bankruptcy. This one's an average so. I'd put it into B tier. It's a B tier. It's just average, mid. People just do it. I don't know why they do it, but they just do it. Weird to stream. About to sleep, by the way. Welcome, Lord Theo. Weird time. This is actually the time I was always supposed to be streaming on Fridays at chat. It's when my roommate's out and at work. But I've always streamed when she's here because I'm a menace to society. But yeah, Friday streams have always been supposed to be at 6 a.m. I've just only on Friday they're supposed to be at 6 a.m. I'm not quite sure how I did this. I just have such a hard time waking up at 6 a.m. normally, but today I woke up at 4 a.m. chat. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to continue the list or else we ain't gonna be done. We still have 60 left, chat. We still have 60 left. This VTuber's unemployed AF. I actually do have real life stuff I normally have to do. It's later in the afternoon. So that's why I haven't streamed for a while. But that's why I'm streaming right now. Yaha. You're getting me off track again. God damn it. Destruction of corporate audit records. This is the kind of thing that would probably be conjoined with embezzlement, tax fraud, probably tax fraud if it's a corporation. Yeah, definitely tax fraud. They do not want to be paying their taxes. Audit records would be like tracking how much money you've spent. or tracking how many employees you have employed within a given quarter. And this is trying to stop those things from being tracked. So I think it's kind of lame, honestly. I give it a C just because the people who do this, they're making everybody else's lives a living hell, and they're committing probably tax fraud. Okay. Destructions of veterans memorials. Okay, chat. That's just cringe. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, hold up. It's going into the D tier. I don't know why somebody would do it. It's an awful thing. It's bad. It's just nuh-uh. Bank larceny. This is basically another form of bank robbery, chat. I think this might be stealing internally from the bank, but I'm not 100% sure because larceny is the theft of a personal belonging. So bank larceny would imply that it's theft of a personal belonging of the bank. So I think we're gonna put it into probably C tier. Like it's a bit more interesting, but it's still not as interesting as armed robbery. I just have to say. Bank robbery. Wait, didn't we already have bank robbery? Did we have bank burglary? Bank robbery? This is the same ass fucking thing! You're going into D tier. They are technically two different things, but effectively they're the same thing, chat. They're the same thing. Blackmail. I love blackmail, chat. I love blackmail. I love blackmailing my friends into doing things for me. It's so cool. It's so awesome. I love blackmail. Blackmail is the best. We're playing blackmail into the first thing. I love blackmail. Yeah. Blackmail. What about white mail? Oh, we don't have white mail. Armed robbery. No. I mean, bank burglary and bank robbery are both pretty much the same thing. They are robbing a bank, essentially. Armed robbery doesn't have to be a bank. But I do think it is better than all the other bank stuff. Yaha. Bombing matters. I think the name is stupid. It's basically bombing stuff, chat. I think the name is stupid, so we're gonna put it into B. I love blackmail. I'm just clip for future use. Now that is the perfect example of blackmail, chat. Clipping something I say out of context to persuade me to do something that I don't want to do. A perfect example of blackmail. Oh, chat, you're growing up already. Blackmail is a serious threat. Well, there's the goofy kind of blackmail, and then there's the I'm going to kill all your loved ones kind of blackmail. One of them's a bit more wishy-washy than the other. I kind of like the goofy blackmail better when you're just messing with your friends and you have incriminating photos of them doing weird stuff or knowing their preferences in R18 plus content and sharing with your friends. Otherwise, you know what I mean. Bond default. This is relating to bonds and taking out bonds and not paying them back. We're gonna put it into the D tier because the wording is just really bad. I think the wording for bond default's really bad for what it is. Like, you would not understand what crime it is unless you actually committed it. And then, like, in the court, they're like, oh yeah, you're being convicted of bond default. And you'd be like, the fuck is that? Oh, I get it. Breaking and or entering carrier facilities. It's a very specific subgenre of breaking and entering, chat. I think this one goes into an A. I think it goes into an A. Breaking into, all the mail offices or some crap like that. Or breaking into a storage facility? Damn, that's wild. It's a very elevated form of trespassing, chat. It's a very elevated form of trespassing. You must understand. You must understand. It's something beyond trespassing. It's trespassing with probably a goal in mind other than haha, I'm trespassing. Bribery crimes. I love bribery, chat. I love bribery. Telling somebody to do something with money. Oh, it's so genius. Look, I know previously I said assassination was the coward's way out. But that was more about like not owning up to murder, you know, like trying to sneak a murder. But bribery crimes, chat, these are hilarious. These are hilarious because bribing people is hilarious. Bribing somebody to do something, it's funny. Bribing somebody to commit a crime, it's even funnier. I think it even possibly goes above blackmail, because blackmail would be, you know, like trying to convince somebody against their better judgment or forcing somebody. Bribery is comrades in arms, chat, and I love being comrades in arms. Okay, bribes me so I don't rat hurts in the fence. Look, I've never committed a crime, chat. Certification of checks, fraud. Oh, I don't. This one's going into the C tier. Chat, you ever feel scared of like getting a check that it's not gonna cash in at the bank or something? This is one of those things that I would be so scared that, like, oh, what if you accidentally commit it, you know? I don't think it's interesting. I just think it's scary. I just think it's scary, chat. Correction, you've never been caught committing a crime. No, I've also just never committed a crime. Chat, I'm squeaky clean. Child abuse. Oh, solid D tier. Solid D tier. Don't do this to children, chat. Don't do this to children. Child abuse. Bad. The only person who should get punished for this is the adults. You should never abuse a child, chat. It's only illegal if you get caught. Child exploitation. Oh, we're getting very close to one of the scary ones. I don't think I can say this one, and I don't think I can say this one, chat. I just need to say I don't think I can say that on YouTube. Child exploitation. This one's a B tier. I think extending the workforce via forcing children to do it is kind of cringe. I think it's kind of cringe, but like I don't think it's a C or a D tier necessarily. I think it's just like middle of the road. You are kind of a bad person for doing this, but like you're a bad person for doing it. But there are some cases where, like, you know, a child getting a job that might be their own free will or something like that. And while it would technically classify as child exploitation, there are some people who are in a situation where they're forced into that. I think it's more of a societal issue of child exploitation than as an actual like thing that people normally go out of their way to do. Some people are really awful and do try to force people to exploit children. But I think honestly, it's normally overall a representation of the current economy and you know, like a family's wealth or stuff like that. It's complicated. That's what I mean to say. It's very complicated. So it's very run of the mill, so to say. Now we've got Discord images. Now these ones, no. Can I get another no in the chat? Yeah, no. Discord has an issue with this one, chat. Discord has actually a serious issue with this one, and I think that anybody engages with this, you should seek help. You should seek therapy. You should probably seek at least 20 years minimum of jail time, because what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you? Honestly. Moving on from that one. Civil action to restrain harassment of a victim or a witness. Wait, hold up. Let me comprehend it. It's the civil action to restrain harassment of a victim or a witness. The wording's awful. We're putting this into the C tier. This this is trying to, you know, like stop a witness from being harmed. It's just so horribly worded. You do know that most of those people are dead in prison, right? I was gonna say that's good, but I'm not quite sure if I can make comments like that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say stuff like that. I think the people who do this thing, they deserve a fate worse than death. I think you're awful if you're into the Discord thing. Coercion! I love coercion. Coercion is fantastic, chat. You shouldn't, cause we're family-friendly stream. Yep, family-friendly. I mean, this is pretty family-friendly. Coercion, chat. Coercion goes above all these things. No, coercion goes in between bribery and blackmail. Coercion is blackmail without the blackmail. And it's kind of funny. It's like convincing somebody to do something bad. It's kind of interesting. Now, when it's in a context that it is coercing somebody to do something that they really don't want to do, and it's not like in terms of like sexual coercion, for instance, that's really bad. Don't do that. But wait, where did you put chips potato? It's down here. It's in the lowest tier, at the lowest part. Coercion is just one of those really interesting crimes, and it's got so much variety. It has so much variety. We still have 45 fucking. Okay, everything's fine. Commodities price fixing. Chat, things have been getting more and more expensive for me, so this is going into the D tier because it's really cringe. I just need to say it's really cringe. Family friendly, Kate. Chat, I am being family friendly. Huh? You guys do know we're talking about crimes, right? Like some of these crimes do have, if you look them up in a non-crime setting, yeah, it might not be super family friendly, but we're talking about legal matters here, chat. I assume that even children should know what to do or what not to do, and you shouldn't be committing crimes, and you should be aware of all the crimes that you should not be committing so that you don't commit them. Hi everyone, hi Kay, welcome John, welcome. Okay, computer crime. I'm hacking into the mainframe, chat. Computer crime's a bit general. There are a lot of things that can go into computer crime. I think it's a C tier because of how unspecific it is. You could acquit somebody with computer crime very easily in a situation where they've committed any computer-related crime, I personally think. I think the more specific computer crimes that you can commit are just more interesting. Put it in S tier. Well, nah, I can't do it. It's too unspecific. I need more specifics to think it's funny. Geneva Convention, more like Geneva Suggestions. Oh, God. No, chat. We are not relating anything here to real life events. Though I do have a joke for No, I can't make that joke. I cannot make that joke. Manslaughter. Oh, I love manslaughter. It's my favorite crime. Chat. Manslaughter is fantastic. Perjury? We do have perjury. It's right here. So we'll get to it soon. It's right before pirating. Mustard. Okay, I'm not gonna read out what chat says anymore if it's referencing something that was committed as a crime. Manslaughter is... What can I say, chat? This is an easy S tier. I think manslaughter is both a funny word and a interesting crime for people to commit. Like, murder is just at the top of every crime, chat. Not that you should be committing murder. I feel like this should go before everything said here. But manslaughter is just so interesting as a crime because it is the most well-known crime. It is just the well-known crime, other than robbery, of course, or like pirating. Those are both well-known crimes, but manslaughter is above the rest, baby. It's murder. It's murder, chat. It's murder to its purest form, and I just love it. I also love specifically vehicle manslaughter. When you hit somebody with a car and you kill them, it's even better. It's even better because I just love the word. The word is just so interesting, chat. I love words. I love words. Manslaughter is a funny word. I'm gonna put that on the evidence locker. Degrees of manslaughter refers to how the degrees of manslaughter. I don't think we have the actual degrees, but let me just rank them. First degree, second degree, third degree, You're welcome. Homicide. Homicide's also a funny one. I think this one goes a bit behind blackmail though, because homicide's less used as a word. It's one of those subgenres of killing somebody, and I think homicide is just kind of less cool than manslaughter, because manslaughter, you are slaughtering a man. Homicide is I don't know what the root words mean for homicide. Homicide. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. We don't have degrees in Britain? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Forgery. Oh, this one's a good one. I like I like forgery as a concept. I don't like actually forging things, chat. I've never forged something. But forgery is a good one. I don't think it necessarily goes into S tier because it's going to be funnier to you as a person than anybody else. Like, forgery should not be something that you're telling other people you're committing, because forgery is the goal of forgery is for everybody else to believe something is real. And thus that makes it less interesting as a crime, because unless you're committing forgery, it's not going to be well known. And you aren't gonna know. Explain what forgery is. Imagine you make fake bills. You sign somebody else's name on a document that is not your own. You make a fake passport. These are all examples of forgery. You are going to know that you did it. Nobody else is going to know that you did it unless you're getting convicted of the crime in which everybody knows that you did it. And the gig is up and it's no longer interesting. Yeah. Welcome, William. Welcome. Yeah. I'm not gonna read out any messages in chat that have political connotations, just in case anybody disagrees with it or anything. I'm scared of getting into politics, chat. Specifically, creating fake copies of things are illegal to copy. Yes, exactly. Copying things that are illegal to copy. It doesn't even need to be fake. Like, if you're... okay, yeah, it does need to be fake, but, like, if you're copying something that's illegal to copy, it's still a forgery. Welcome, Yayami! Welcome! Yeah! The emu said it. The moles. This is bad, chat. This is bad. This is something that, I don't want to say Minecraft's YouTubers often ends up being, reported for, but this is one of the things that Minecraft's YouTubers ends up being reported for, among other things. And I think we should put it into D tier, because, well, chat, that's not very, gamer of them. You know what I mean? It's not very gamer in Minecraft. Roblox YouTubers also. Yeah, for some reason, it's always specific communities that always have a bunch of people who do weird ass shit. I don't understand it. Larceny is a fun word. I like larceny. Larceny is below aiming a laser pointer, but it is still an S tier. I still think it's an S tier. Larceny is basically the general all-encompassing term for robbery. And I think that's very interesting. I think having an all-encompassing term for robbing people, okay, it's specifically for robbing a personal belonging. If somebody steals your purse, that's larceny. If somebody breaks into your house, breaks into your safe and steals your house deep, that's larceny, trespassing, and breaking and entering. It's if somebody pickpockets you, that's larceny. I love it. And I'm assuming not everybody here knew that that's what the actual name for those crimes is, larceny instead of just robbery. It's called larceny, and it's so cool. It's so fascinating. It's so cool. Espionage. I need a 1 second, chat. I need to look this one up. Espionage. Oh, right. Okay, so chat, this is basically slave labor. This is when you force somebody to work under you to pay off a debt. It's kind of cringe. But also, you know, when you're at the lunch table in high school, right? And you have a friend who owes you something, like they lost the game, and then you make them work for you. I think it's an A tier, chat. I think it's an A tier. Yes, it is indentured servitude, but it's also kind of, well, you're increasing the employment rate, chat. You're increasing the employment rate, so anyway, perjury. Wait. I'm trying to remember the very specifics of perjury. 1 second, chat. 1 second. I gotta have the wording right for this perjury. Okay. The offense of willfully telling an untruth in a court after having taken an oath or affirmation. Okay. So chat, you know when a witness, I used to do mock trial when I was younger, chat. I'm not quite sure if you guys knew, but I love law specifically because I did mock trial when I was in high school. I was actually I did attorney stuff. I wanted to become a lawyer when I grew up, when I was in high school, and then I realized that I hate fucking being a lawyer. Anyway, aside from that, so you would normally take an oath before you go to the stand as a witness that you will not lie. And welcome, Volume. Objection. We ain't playing Phoenix Wright today, nuh-uh. But it's basically lying while under oath, and it's so fun. It's so interesting. I like it. Yeah, Better Call Saul. I think it goes as a solid A. I think if you're lying on the stand, it's kind of cringe. I think it's kind of cringe. And if you're getting caught for lying, you're stupid. Like, if you're being convicted of perjury, you're stupid. Because, like, why would you lie about something if people could find out that you lied about it? Am I right? Like, honestly, pirating! I love pirating, chat! I love pirating! I am a pirate! Yo-ho! A pirate's life for me! I love pirating, chat. Pirating is just the best one. It's the best one. We all know that we would all rank pirating as the top of S tier. Because, let's just say, I know people who pirate. Piracy! Yay, chat! Yay! This is a federal crime, so you will be in major trouble if you do it. But piracy, yay! Anyway, prostitution. I'm not actually quite sure why prostitution is a federal crime. I think it's a D tier. I think it's kind of lame to make prostitution a crime. I just gotta say. Concealing escaped prisoner. That's a B tier. It's a B tier. You could do better. What if you stopped them from becoming a prisoner in the first place? Easy. Or just serve out your sentence. Easy. But it is interesting. It would be interesting to watch somebody on a car chase. Do we have car chases in here? I don't know if theft of vehicles. I don't think it's included in this list because I didn't have time to put it in. It's unfortunate. I love vehicle theft. Aw, GTA is so realistic, chat. I love watching car thefts on the TV. Nintendo hates pirates? Yeah, they do. Concealing person from arrest. Also in the same vein, I would put it next to it because... Actually, no, I would put it above it. Because, as I said, you stopped them from being arrested in the first place. What can I say? What can I say? Just stop it at its root cause. Instead of sending them to prison, just stop it before it happens. Yeah. Poor boss, man. I told Mr. Mod that we had a stream today, but I'm pretty sure Mr. Mod did not wake up in time, probably. Unless Mr. Mod is lurking here. That would be scary. Okay, concealment of assets. Rich people. Damn ass rich people. You get an A because it is a B. It's a B. It's kind of funny, but also the people who do it kind of suck. So, Conspiracy matters under FBI jurisdiction. Oh, that's an easy A tier. Easy A tier. Conspiracy is fantastic, chat. I love conspiracy. My favorite federal crime is not on the list. Oh, I'm so sorry. What is your favorite federal crime? I'll give you, I'll tell you what I would probably rank it as if it is on the list. Conspiracy? Yeah, it would be like conspiring against the FBI, or the FBI's enforcement of laws. I think it's just interesting. Conspiring against people is always interesting, chat. It's always interesting. Conspiracy to impede or injure an officer. Okay, this is a less interesting. I know I just said conspiracy is interesting, but this is just conspiracy to maim somebody. I think that's kind of lame. Why would you conspire to do that? Contempt of court. Easy A tier. Okay, has an S-class crime. Is being too cute. Thank you. Look. Contempt of court is very funny. It's not gonna get you anywhere, but it is very funny. Okay, continuing criminal enterprise. Somebody wags their finger going, "No, you can't do crime," and then somebody goes, "Yeah, and then does it anyway. It's so funny. S tier, baby, S tier. Conveying false information, lying to people. A B tier. This would probably be in terms of conveying false information about other governments. I'm assuming that's what this would normally be prosecuted as, and it's just kind of run of the mill. Just every government does it. It's copyright matters. C tier because I'm a YouTuber. No, D tier. It's going into the D tier. Look, chat. Look. I'm a YouTuber. You can see why I don't really like copyright. It's scary. I always fear being copyright stricken when I'm playing a game on YouTube. People abuse copyright. Some uses of copyright are very valid. There are very valid ways to use copyright. But there are also a bunch of people who abuse copyright to get a shit ton more money. Even though you are using their stuff for, like, fair use, they'll still try to ink you of all your money that you've got. That's my personal opinion. I mean, I'm also an artist, so I also like my stuff, having the protection of copyright. But there's a point where I think copyright is kind of like if the person's dead, when the person's dead and it's just like a massive corporation who didn't actually make the product that they copyright, or people who are abusing copywriting things that they didn't actually make, I think it gets stupid on that level. I think you shouldn't be allowed to have a copyright stay up if it's not actually your intellectual property. Remixes songs get copyrighted, which I don't get why. It's because it's using somebody's intellectual property. Counterfeiting. Oh, this is where did we put forgery? This goes with forgery. This would be an extension of forgery. This is specifically in terms of counterfeit items of fake goods. Forgery would be the act of making said counterfeit items. Counterfeiting would be the act of having said counterfeit items. Counterfeiting can also apply to things that are not classified as forgery. Counterfeiting can be just anything that you should not have. You illegally own it. You could own a lot of counterfeit stuff. Steamboat Willie is public domain now. Yeah, Disney's gonna still try to get you for it. I swear. Counterintelligence crimes. It's like a B tier. It's a B tier. I think it's alright. It's alright. Credit debit card fraud. Not on D. No, C tier. Look, it happens. I hate when it happens. SCIA tier. Look, credit debit card fraud. I'm scared of it. I once lost my credit card on the Harry Potter ride at Universal Studios, and I had to get a replacement because I was scared that somebody would, use my credit card number for unsavory means, and it's just so scary. I don't want it to ever happen to me. I don't wish it upon anybody else. People should just get their own fucking money instead of try to steal other people's money. That's just my opinion. Check every card scanner for skimmers. Oh, another fear. You see glue on the credit card scanner. Is this a scammer? This is why going around in America with Apple Pay or cash is kind of peak, because you aren't inserting your card for a skimmer to be able to read. Things that ask you to insert your card are much more prone to skimmers. Or if something asks for your PIN number and you've never been asked for your PIN number before, you should probably possibly question it. I'm not a legal advisor by any means or a police officer. I'm just saying you should probably be suspicious of things that ask for your PIN number for your bank account regularly right after giving them your bank account, basically your bank account number, but that's just my opinion. Cash is king, cash is freedom. Yeah, taking cash is probably the best way. I mean, you can have a skimmer on a banking machine where you get the cash from. I think that's where you just go into the bank and ask for the money instead. Okay, crime aboard aircraft. You're stuck 1,000 feet in the air and you just committed a crime. Now what do? It's just stupid. You're a dumbass if you do. If you commit a crime on an aircraft chat. You can't run away. You are not DB Cooper. You are not going to jump out of the plane with tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're gonna get caught once you fly back onto the ground. You're an idiot if you commit a crime on an aircraft. So, who's laughing now? Crimes on government reservations. I think I'm gonna pair this with crimes on Indian reservations as a C tier, because it's just kind of lame. Like, obviously, those said crimes can just not involve where you're located, but it's still just kind of lame. Like, going to a specific place to commit a crime? You should do crimes in your own home, in your garage. I can make a terrible joke. Oh, God. Criminal contempt of court. This is literally just on the same vein of contempt of court, except it's criminal. It's boring. Criminal forfeiture. It's a B tier. Just average run-of-the-mill crime. Criminal infringement of a copyright. D tier. D tier. D tier. Massive D tier. Massive D tier. Massive. Actually, C tier. The criminal infringement kind of gives the idea that it's a bit more than just infringement of copyright. It's doing something criminal with it. I could see where situations are validated there. Of like, there's not validated. I'm not saying it's good to do it. I'm saying that there are situations where, like, it's valid that it's considered criminal infringement instead of just infringement of copyright. Like, somebody did actually something just straight up criminal with it. And they deserve to be punished. Cybercrimes. Yeah, that goes into the S tier. Cybercrimes are funny. Detention of armed vessel. B tier. Mid. Disclosure of confidential information. When you sign an NDA and you slip up, chat. A tier. We all have those moments, chat. Domestic security. B tier. Another. Meh. Domestic terrorism. S tier. These are probably the worst things that could happen in your country, but it is also the things that are normally remembered the most and to implement laws constantly, because when somebody is able to commit a terrorist attack, there is something fundamentally wrong going on or something that was unsecured, and it's interesting to see the aftermath of what's implemented to stop those kinds of things from happening again. Please don't commit terrorism, though. Domestic terrorism is citizens of the U.S. committing terrorism, and not foreign non-citizens of the U.S. Speaking about crimes in certain places, there's a place called, due to legal loopholes, you can legally get away with homicide. Yes, I know about this. Domestic violence. It's cringe. It's cringe. You hear about it often, chat. But look, if you have a wife or a husband or whatever, don't hit them. Why would you do that? Like, if they're okay with goofing off and being hit, or they're into that, that's one thing. Right? But if you're just hitting them because you're an angry boy, you should hit yourself instead. That's my word of advice. If you're drunk enough that you want to hit people, just whack yourself. Look, you're still gonna be whacking something. At least you aren't hurting anybody else from your own actions. But in general, don't do any of it. Chat, genocide! It's going into an A tier. Actually, no, it's a B tier. I'm not gonna say anything about genocide. I'm just gonna leave you with it being a B tier. This goes into a D tier. D tier along with couch potatoes from Wizard 101. It's also kind of awful. I don't know why you would do it. Sabotage. I love sabotage. Sabotage is so funny, chat. It's so funny. Robbery. We're on robbery. Robbery is a good one. We also got to put these two go hands in S tier. Robbery and sabotage. Yeah, that's what I call classic chat. Shoplifting. You could do better. It's a C tier. Shoplifting, like, if you're gonna rob people, you might as well go ham with it. You don't want to be a loser who only shoplifts. That's just for children who don't have any money and think that they are not pertaining to the laws, that the laws don't apply to them. Guys, shoplifting, don't do it. It's bad. Sure, not a lot of people are going to be harmed by it, other than probably the person who's working there, in which they are going to lose their job if they did not make enough sales for the counted merchandise that was sold. They're probably going to lose their job. You're going to have a temporal effect of, oh, I'm so giddy from robbing something. You still did a bad thing. You did a really bad thing, and it was needless. It was pointless. Nobody cares. Nobody thinks it's interesting. Yeah, you're just a bad person. Anyway, smuggling! Smuggling is fantastic. It's an A tier. I think smuggling is very interesting, chat. Smuggling is one of those things that works very well in stories. It is a good plot point. Torture. S tier. Torture is just one of those words. Torture is one of those things that it's permanent, chat. It's permanent. Do you know how many torture methods? Exist? And how many of them are just the scariest things in the world and also kind of funny at the same time? Exactly. Trespassing. B B? Yeah, it's a B tier. It's a B tier. Trespassing, half the time you don't even know that you are trespassing until somebody tells you to get off their lawn. And then the other half of the time you're storming Area 51. So I think it goes both ways. I think it's very run of the mill. Vandalism. Vandalism's a C tier. I think you could do better things with your time than vandalize. Vandalism and shoplifting are both the area of, it's kind of just a weak crime. Like, if you're gonna commit a crime, you might as well just do a cooler crime, right? And then wire fraud, chat. It goes into A tier. Chat, wire fraud is basically like it would account for stuff like phishing scams, where you get an email that's trying to steal your money by like using electronics to steal your personal information. I think wire fraud is a very good all-encompassing term, but it's a bit vague in terms of like, why would you call it wire? So let me read off our list, chat. We got everything. We've got an S tier: pirating, manslaughter, bribery crimes, coercion, blackmail, homicide, demands against the U.S., airplane hijacking, aiming a laser point at an aircraft, larceny, attempt to commit murder, manslaughter, destruction of an energy facility, destruction of property to prevent seizure, continuing criminal enterprise, cybercrimes, domestic terrorism, sabotage, robbery, and torture. So this is my S tier. And then in A tier we have smuggling, disclosure of confidential information, conspiracy in matters under FBI jurisdiction, contempt of court, criminal contempt of court, perjury, counterfeiting, forgery, advocating overthrow of government, arson, assisting or instigating escape, destruction of aircraft or motor vehicles used in foreign commerce, breaking and or entering carrier facilities, espionage, concealing person from arrest, and wire fraud. B tier: trespassing, genocide, domestic security, detention of armed vessel, criminal forfeiture, counterintelligence crimes, conveying false information, concealment of assets, concealing escaped prisoner, aggravated assault/battery, arms robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, destructions of records in federal investigations and bankruptcy, bombing matters, child exploitation, and crime aboard aircraft. In the C tier, we have shoplifting, vandalism, credit card fraud, aggravated identity theft, antitrust, assassination, bankruptcy, fraud, embezzlement, destruction of veterans memorials, bank larceny, certification of checks, fraud, civil action to restrain harassment of a victim or witness, computer crime, conspiracy to impede or injure an officer, crimes on government reservations, crimes on Indian reservations, criminal infringement of copyright, D-tier, abusive sexual content, aggravated sexual abuse, anti-racketeering, assaulting or killing federal officer, bank burglary, damage to religious property, delivered to co-signing, destruction of corporate audit records, prostitution, bank robbery, commodities, price fixing, bond default, moles, child abuse, couch potatoes, copyright matters, domestic violence, and the R word. And that is my list! Yay! A round of applause for me. So, chat. Wasn't it fantastic? Didn't we love it? Bank robbery is awfully low. As I said before, bank robbery is just kind of run of the mill. You could spice it up a bit. But thank you all, chat, for joining me as I ranked a bunch of federal laws. I think we all have learned some things here. Some things were learned more than others. And I guess we'll finish up. It's been an hour and 30 minutes. My voice is slowly killing me, chat. It's slowly dying, ever so slightly. So, what did we learn today? Federal crimes are crimes, chat, and you should not commit any federal crimes. Nuh-uh. So what's here with the crime I commented be? Insider trade? Wait, hold up. Let me double check to make sure which crime you meant. Making an NFA firearm without a Class 3 FFL. it will probably be an A tier. Probably be an A tier. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Building an unlicensed NFA item. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I don't think it's necessarily S tier because like it's not iconic enough, but it would be funny. I'm back, by the way. What happens? We concluded our tier list. If anybody wants to make any rankings to the tier list, you suck and no. Thank you all so much for joining me. I had a lot of fun. Yep, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Nice to see y'all. Nice to say bye to y'all. I'm gonna go eat. What time is it? It's 7 a.m. I streamed for long enough. I hope you all enjoyed this weird stream that we did because it's not as normal as other streams. Definitely not normal. And I hope you guys learned something. Well, Suki! Welcome, Willow.